Hi guys, and welcome to the Coffee and Hero Show. First one we're recording of these in 2021. Of course, with the store being closed, makes it that a little bit more challenging. But we want to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening with the store, everything that's happening in terms of deliveries, everything that's happening with new releases, pull lists, etc., etc. So just really to keep you guys up to date as well. You know, we're in fairness, we are always just a message away. So if there's anything you're unsure about, drop us a little message on Facebook Messenger. I'll always be in touch. And or even drop us an email, coffeeandheroes@hotmail.com, if you need to ask a bit more of a detailed question. But with regards to everything in terms of new releases and so forth, so this week we are due a delivery. There was no delivery between between Christmas and New Year, so this will be the first delivery since December 22nd. The initial plan here was that it was going to be a double delivery. There were a small amount of new releases due out on the 30th of December, and then the 6th of January was the next release day. But we got an email from Diamond. They're keeping us up to date, keeping us abreast of all the facts of what's happening with delivery. So I'm just going to share a little bit with you guys here, just so you can see what exactly is going on. So we got this email a day or so ago. I had hoped for more of a positive email to finish off the year that's been 2020. Alas, it's not to be. You'll undoubtedly be aware that the latest government announcement yesterday placed another huge percentage of comic stores and sellers into Tier 4. So this is obviously more with the mainland UK restrictions. We're obviously on a separate lockdown over here. We will continue with weekly distribution of as much product as is available to us. I say available to us as unfortunately several of our shipments containing product due for release on January 6th have been held up in the US and have not made it to Diamond UK in time for their intended release. So in my mind, what this means is we'll be getting again a bigger delivery next week because it'll include stock that was originally due for this week. And we'll get next week's new releases as well as the stock that we're owed, if that makes sense. We've been in constant contact with our shippers throughout 2020 and we're fully aware of the logistical problems that they have encountered all year. And with the recent severe US weather conditions and urgent need for shipments of medical and other vital products, this week's shipments have all been affected. So several of the if you're looking at things like comiclist.com or you're looking at different release schedules, not everything is going to match up because those tend to be the US release schedules. And because we await product being shipped from the US to the UK, there is a certain amount that won't make it to us. But what I do have here is a list of everything that is coming and certainly what we're excited about. So we'll kick things off. The new previews book arrives this week. So I should say that you can already check out the DC solicitations for March, which are really exciting looking. You can check those out online. Just search DC Connect number 8. And that's basically all their stuff. That's all their plans for post-Future State, which is also going to kick off this week. So have a look for that. We will, of course, continue with our previous podcast. We will hopefully have one of those up by the end of this week. We're hoping to get back to the reviews podcast as well. We have a couple of weeks to catch up on there. But yeah, the previews book will be available. Will be in this week. A couple of great hardcovers come this week, which is Always an Invader. This was a 12-issue miniseries written by Chip Zdarsky to celebrate 80 years of Marvel. Really great series, that. So, Amazing Spider-Man 55. I have to be the bearer of bad news here with Amazing Spider-Man 55. It's become another one of those issues that has been massively affected by scalpers. People are paying through the nose for it because it is a pretty cool cover. Because we had to keep all of our orders tight, a lot of our stock that we've got is just for pull lists. This is why pull lists are so important, because we don't have a shop window, so to speak, for people to pick up those impulse purchases or people to maybe see something and go, oh, I forgot about that. So with something like Amazing Spider-Man that, to be honest, I do order in for the racks and doesn't really sell. It is pretty much a pull list only list title at this point, which is understandable given that this is, number 55. It's already part 5 or 6 in a longer story. Although with 56, there will be a new starting point there. So for anybody wanting to get on the Amazing Spidey, 56 will be your way to jump on there. So what else we got? We've got Avengers number 40 coming this week. We've got Batman Annual number 5. I believe this is going to go into a lot of stuff with Clown Hunter. So if you've got Batman on your pull list, we've got the Batman Annual for you this week as well. We've got Canto 2, The Hollow Men, number 4. This will make Vicky happy. She was already upset because this was originally out in the US last week, but we had to wait a week for it, so because of this double delivery. We've got Dark Knight's Death Metal, number 7. So the conclusion of Metal is this week. I've had to do my best to avoid spoilers on this because they have been everywhere on Twitter. We've also got a metal tie-in, which is Dark Knight's Death Metal Last 52 War of the Multiverse coming as well, and that's the last metal tie-in. So this really is the culmination of Dark Knight's Death Metal this week in every way. What else have we got here? We've got Dreaming Waking Hours number 6 coming. We have trade paperbacks coming in of the second volume of Firepower. I suppose in a way it's volume 1 because the first trade was a prelude, but I can understand why they're calling it volume 2. So we've got that. Future State starts this week. So Future State, we've got a few extras of all of these, but again, we got to be tight with our orders here, guys. We pushed Future State as much as we could. We put out, I put out a YouTube video on it. We chat about it in the podcast. We pushed it in the store. As ever, if there are things that you are after, we can order them to come next week. If you're a little late to the party, we will always get you guys sorted. But just on release day, as much as possible, just let us know in advance if there's stuff certainly over the next 5 or 6 weeks that appeals to you. But again, Future State is starting this week, and you've got 6 different titles kicking off. So you've got Future State Harley Quinn, number 1. You have Future State Superman of Metropolis, number 1. Future State Swamp Thing, number 1. Future State The Flash, number 1. Future State The Next Batman, number 1. And Future State Wonder Woman, number 1. In addition to Future State, you've also got this this mini event almost, I suppose. Again, this seems to come out of the original aborted idea for 5th Generation or whatever it was. But you've got a one-shot coming out called Generations Shattered. And then there's going to be a one-shot to follow that, I believe, called Generations Forged. But that's not out this week, just Generations Shattered. We've got Ghost Rider Return of Vengeance, number 1. I know a lot of guys are excited for that. We've got the Nullified variants coming there as well. We have Ginny Hex Special, number 1, coming this week. A little later than planned because, again, of the delay and so forth. I know a lot of people were hoping to get the last part of Endless Winter. That's this week, Justice League Endless Winter number 2. Keenan Black-wise, we've got you covered with a couple of different ones this week. We got Keenan Black Iron Man, Doctor Doom number 1. And there's also Keenan Black Namor number 2. We have Nailbiter Returns number 8, a personal favourite of my own. We have some trades coming in of Night of the Living Dead, which I thought would be something quite interesting to get. Resistance Reborn, which is the follow-up to the J. Michael Straczynski, Mike Deodato Jr. AWA title, Resistance, so I'm looking forward to that. We have Shang-Chi, number 4, coming. I've stocked up big time on Something Is Killing the Children trade paperbacks. These keep going in and out of print, They're back in print. I've ordered a whole pile of number 1 and number 2. So if you've missed out on Something That's Killing the Children so far, I just wanted to do my best to get them back in stock as soon as possible. We have Spider-Man Noir trade paperback also coming this week. Stranger Things Dungeons & Dragons crossover number 3. We have the last of the Tales of the Dark Multiverse one-shots. These have been really, really cool so far. So this is Tales of the Dark Multiverse Dark Knight's Metal number 1. We have True Lies of the Fabulous Killjoys National Anthem number 4. Another couple of big ones here. We've got Witcher Fading Memories number 2 this week. Wolverine number 8. X-Men number 16 as well. Now, with regards to pull lists and so forth, guys, we have got the deliveries rerouted to our home. So we've brought all the bags and boards home. We've brought all the pull list boxes home. So we have everything on the premises here. We also have our credit card machine for any card transactions. Of course, PayPal is always an option as well. But basically, we're going to get in touch with everybody who has a pull list in the next couple of days and ask for their preferred method. Some people might want stuff posted out to them. Some people might want stuff dropped off to them. Some people might want to wait for 6 weeks until this is all over and come back to the store. You know, a lot of people like that normality and that routine of coming to the store. We're very open with whatever suits everybody. Different things are going to suit different people is the bottom line. And we want to be as wide open as possible to accommodate as much of that. So get in touch, let us know what suits you guys best. I know some guys are going to pay for their pull list weekly via PayPal. Again, it's just coffeeandheroes@hotmail.com. But some people are going to pay it weekly and then pick it all up after the 6 weeks. Then they have that nice big package that's already paid for. So again, different things are going to suit different people. And you guys were massively supportive of us last time. You really did keep the business going during that first lockdown, during the click and collect time. Unfortunately, click and collect isn't an option this time because Smithfield itself is closed up. Again, we are allowed access once a week, so if there's back issues you guys can think of you'd like, or something that's not on the website, or graphic novels that you can think of that you saw on the shelves that maybe before Christmas thought, I should have picked that up, we can always grab those as well. So again, options all over the place to keep ourselves going through January. I have been uploading new stock to the website all the time as well, so you may have noticed if you go on, so coffeeandheroes.com. If you go onto the website, you'll see new stock being there added every single day, and that's everything from recent releases to recent variants to older issues and older variants. Once the pull lists are all completed, what I'll do is any extras, they'll go on the website. And again, if you see something on the website that you'd like included with your pull, just again drop us a message and we can get that sorted for you guys as well. So yeah, that was just a slightly briefer show this week. I haven't really went through the whole entertainment news and all the rest, simply because I've just been so busy getting the logistical side of this all organised, and we'll be back to a normal show hopefully next week. The invoice only came through this morning. I'm going to try my best to get back to those weekend shows because people seem to be really enjoying that. It seemed to be more preferential for them as opposed to today where they're all back to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to do my best to get back to that. Hopefully invoices will be back to getting those on a Friday. And then I can go through that. With new releases starting up, we can go through the titles I've been enjoying. But do give, if you haven't had a chance yet, give the 2020 in review show a little watch. I really enjoyed doing that. Really enjoyed going back through the previous year and picking out all my favourite stuff, revisiting some of my favourite stuff. And yeah. But I'm going to also do a couple of other YouTube bits and pieces. I've got a few more starting points lined up and different things. So we'll keep you informed during this time. We'll do our best to keep you entertained, keep you up to date with everything. And again, we're only a message away if there's anything you guys need. So do get in touch with us. But make sure you stay safe out there. And, we'll look forward to seeing you on the other side of this. But anyway, take it easy, guys. Keep on reading comics and we'll see you soon.